City of LA will pay $18 million to settle a lawsuit filed by two older brothers critically injured when their car was hit at high speed by an LAPD cruiser. NBC4 Investigates first reported on this story last year when the LAPD's own crash investigation said the officer driving that patrol car was at fault. Our investigative reporter Eric Leonard with an update.
This still image from a police car's camera presented to jurors shows the moment of impact when Stephen and Richard Paper were broadsided by the patrol car at the intersection of Burbank and Balboa Boulevards in Encino on June 4th, 2024. Here are the brothers now leaving court today with their attorney after the case settled right in the middle of trial for $18 million.
We're happy it's over. Anyway, the legal part's over. We still have a long way to go to recover.
During opening statements last week, the brothers' attorney, Robert Glassman, showed jurors that the LAPD's internal investigation placed blame for the crash on the officer driving, who, for unknown reasons, accelerated to 80 miles per hour while driving south on Balboa Boulevard, then slowed to around 55 as the cars collided.
The fact that he was going 80 in a 45, no lights, no sirens, not in pursuit of anyone or anything, is totally bewildering. It was reckless. It was egregious.
In another court exhibit, body-worn video recorded the officer who was driving, Jason Stevenson, seen sitting on the stairs, saying he wasn't chasing anyone and was not using his emergency lights and siren.
I wasn't even in pursuit. I was just trying to catch up.
The police car smashed into the front passenger seat of the brothers' red Toyota Camry, as shown here in this LAPD crash diagram. During the trial, the city attorney's office told jurors the crash was simply an accident, and the city and the officer should not be held liable for the cost of the injuries. City records indicated the city council considered settling this case last month just before trial, but it wasn't approved. So why now, after jurors heard more than a week of testimony?
Once the evidence started pouring in, the truth was inescapable. This was an indefensible case.
The brothers suffered brain and spinal injuries, numerous fractures, and no longer remember what happened. Stephen had been a tennis pro at a country club in Tarzana. Richard had just retired. Both say they were lucky to survive the crash.
It's a long road. You know, we're working as hard as we can to walk and to do PT to get stronger, but it's a long road.
In recent years, NBC4 Investigates has tracked an increasing number of collisions involving police cars, many during pursuits where innocent drivers were hurt. The LA Police Commission has asked the department to explain what's being done to reduce the number of crashes, if that's even possible. So far, we haven't heard back from the city attorney, the mayor, or the LAPD for their thoughts on this case or the decision to settle. The city has been struggling to manage its budget, and legal liability payments like this continue to stretch city finances. I'm investigative reporter Eric Leonard, NBC4 News.